Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler. Welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards and see what's in store with a message from Spirit. It's Friday. I'm loving this Friday energy. Oh, we're Friday, the end of November. Next week, we're stepping into the beginning of December. It's going to be a great energy update, so you're going to want to check that out on Monday's podcast. But let's see what the energy is for right now. I'm going to finish this week with the Healing Water Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And next week, I have a beautiful new Oracle deck that I'm excited to share with all of you. So, all right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's dive into this. What do we have, Spirit, for today? They're saying take time to celebrate, take time to contemplate. Again, repeating some of the messages that we had earlier in the week. Okay, and they're saying if you'll notice, there's often a pattern of taking the weekend to honor self. And if we look back at the patterns of Friday messages, often are about finding a way to honor self and celebrate self. And that's so true. And they're like, it's because it's for you to take the time to shift your frequency, to celebrate who you are and why you're here, because it's so important. It is so important to celebrate those things. So that's very interesting. All right, let's see what's in the cards. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so we have two cards that, when was this? On Wednesday? Wednesday I was talking about patience. Spirit was talking about patience in their message and reflecting on that. Very interesting because we have this card here. So this says, follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. So this is kind of that energy of follow the stream, because it is leading you in the direction you want to go. You are now being led in the direction you want to go. And we made a lot of those energetic shifts with Pluto moving into Aquarius, even through the eclipse season, even through this year has been about shedding and aligning and shedding and aligning. And now you are moving on this path of the stream, which then leads to the river, which then leads to the ocean. And we can see that as that cosmic ocean. And so it's have the patience and fortitude to keep moving forward step by step by step, because you're doing great. You have come so far to find this particular stream that is the stream of your soul frequency, right? And then I love how it leads into this next card, this Atlantis card. And this says, keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow, right? So it's this stream is going to lead you to this concept of Atlantis. This is where you are moving to. And for all of you, because this is a general reading, you will be in various stages of these two. Some of you may already feel like you've arrived at this concept of Atlantis for self. Others might feel like you've just reached the stream of that energetic resonance. And it can be anywhere in between as well, right? There's some days where I feel like I'm more in the Atlantis energy, and some days I feel like I'm closer to the stream energy, depending on what I'm working on, what I'm moving through, depending on my energy, depending on the planets. And that's okay, because our process is not meant to be linear. It's not a perfect linear climb, right? It's like the streams, they meander around. And so it's something to consider, because there's a real benefit to the long game right now, holding on to the vision of the long game. And we've made some really significant leaps and bounds in our progress, but there's also still the long game. And in one sense, there are different sort of points of success along the way of the long game, right? Because if you really think about it, do we ever really end the long game? If we go to the level of the soul and the soul's experience, one lifetime is but one, point of success. But if we split up that lifetime, within that lifetime, then there's many different points of success. And then if we split up different decades give us that, different points of success. So again, what is the long game? It's whichever way you desire to look at it, right? Are you looking at it from that big spirit perspective, or the human perspective, or the decade perspective, or the 1-year game. All of those are okay. All of that is allowed within this, right? This can be the same thing on every level. So just consider what the long game is for you right now, where you want to put that focus for yourself so that you keep moving forward in that direction, because the energetics are going to be working really well with you, especially as we get into 2025, especially for those that have been doing a lot of the work, right? And the work doesn't have to be always super spiritual in that you're connecting with spirit guides. The work really that allows the gateway for all of that is connecting with self, opening up self, expanding self, going through healing, and all of that opens up space for those connections. So the most important thing you can do is work on self, and the rest comes with it. And so then what I think is really neat is this Atlantis energy really brings us to this card, which is on call, okay? And it says healer, seer, priest, priestess, soul purpose. And this is like the epitome of what you are accessing here, right? This is like higher self. This is the priest, priestess within you. This is the intuitive, multi-dimensional being having a human experience right now, recognizing that human experience and being very conscious in this path. This is you like moving along this path, right? And so when you get to this phase, you really start to embrace the fact that you are multi-dimensional. You can see things from that big spirit perspective, like I was talking about. You can see it from the human perspective. You can see it from the nano perspective of cells within your body. You can see it from any perspective because you're not limited to the linear way of thinking. This is that expansion through all things. And this is when you really get to hit the energetics of like magic, right? This is where magic comes into your life. Your ability to manifest, your ability to create, your ability to heal, your ability to share insights with people and tap into all things, which is what humanity is really breaking into, right? We're breaking out of the shroud, if you will, and breaking into the light, into unlimitedness. And so this is a really exciting time. And so again, having that long game goal, recognizing your steps along the way helps you stay in alignment of wherever you are in the stream, river, or ocean at this time. So I think this is a beautiful card pull for the weekend. I hope it all inspires you as well. And I hope you just go have fun. Have fun this weekend. We're stepping into the energy of December right away. We should celebrate that. And we have what is it? There's a moon. There's a moon on the 2nd. Is it a new moon? I think it's a new moon. Or on the 1st. I'll have to double check that for next week. But there's going to be moon energy at play as well. So lots to think about, lots to work with. And it's going to be a good weekend. So I'll see you all on Monday. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend.